Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Homie House podcast. It is us. This is season 2.
No way.
Yeah, this is season 2 of the Homie House podcast.
Season 2. Wow!
Yeah, last time we were falling apart by the seams, but we are still falling apart.
I would say nothing has changed.
So for season 2, I decided to have a little bit of a visual type thing. Since we always play games while doing the podcast, I might as well have had the game in the background. So hopefully we're not gonna be talking too much about the game, just in case I decide to put this into Spotify. If I ever want to pay the money for that stupid thing, but introduce yourselves, please.
No.
I'm Elliot.
Oh, I think I actually
Yeah.
do have to unmute you. I think they're gonna have to hear you twice.
No.
I can do myself.
Well, yeah, but I have a light I have a noise compressor, so I had a noise compressor on, so I have to use you through Discord. But please introduce yourselves, please. And Elliot, did you introduce yourself?
Already done.
All right, yeah, got it. Good. Next.
I'm the best.
Hello, I am Alexis.
Dang,
That's all.
using the whole name.
Yes.
The name that nobody calls you by.
Ow.
I don't like it when people I don't know call me Lexi.
So Lexi has been in a podcast before. They were our first guest, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be a permanent member or not, but we'll see. As for our other member, our last member, they are not here almost ever because they're too busy doing other things almost all the time. So he might be popping in and out here and there, but for the most part it's pretty much almost he's almost semi-permanently gone from the podcast because we vetoed him out.
Damn. Ow!
So you still not gonna introduce yourself?
Who hasn't?
My name's Lugo. People also call me.
Wait 1 second. Let me try this real quick. I'm going to.
You're getting bullied.
Try speaking, Rachel. It picked up on you, kinda. I might have to go with no noise suppression. So if you guys hear clicking and stuff like that, you're gonna have to suck it up because I have to have noise suppression off so I can get her in. Oh hey, the button. Audio listeners, Rachel just got her shit kicked in. So I think the first thing that we could probably talk about is the elephant in the room. I said this on not my last video, but the video before. Me and Rachel are officially moved in together, and we're in the same apartment. Therefore, she is going to be having most of her audio through my mic so you don't hear duplicates, and that's probably why you heard duplicates before, because I didn't know how to do any of that. So yeah, we're finally moved out. I'm out of my dad's house. She's out of her parents' house. Hopefully there's more content to come. Hopefully. Anything super eventful happened in any of your guys' life?
You scared the shit out of me. I don't know.
I just been working. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. That's pretty much most of us. That's why most of the podcasts haven't been working out, because we've gotten jobs. But I'm hoping on continuing it, especially since I'm trying to do almost a every other day type uploading, other than Mondays and Tuesdays, where I'm trying to keep those days free days for me. What the fuck is that? So yeah, that's something that this channel is hopefully gonna have coming forward to it. Is there anything in specific that you guys think that we could have as a topic? Because we didn't prepare for this at all.
What's up with airline food? Holy shit, I just lagged.
I've never been on an airplane, so I don't know.
That's about it. Huh. I've only been on an airplane 2 trips total I think 4 times. No, I've been on more planes because connecting flights, because I flew to Germany. Wow.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have asked this question before, but I'm wondering if there's like a different answer, just because some of my audience might be newer. So let's talk about where we were born. Anything that's like eventful or significant from where you were born. I'm sorry, Elliot. I'm setting you up for failure, but
Yeah.
Any big events in Germany in history?
I mean, I wasn't
Would be
born in
anything.
Germany, so it's technically not right.
Because technically all of us, everybody that's currently in this current session, this podcast session, is born from a different state. Now, 3 of them live generally around the same area. 1 strays a little bit, but there's one specific person that is from way farther out. But I guess we could start with probably going to be one of the most, I almost want to say most boring, but I don't want to be that rude. Ellie. she already
No.
knew. She already
No,
knew.
I get it. I don't know.
Let's get an answer from the lamest, most boring person.
All right, let's get the answers from the bumfuck of nowhere, Indiana.
I had a house blow up a little further down on not on my street, but in my neighborhood when I was like a kid or something. I don't remember it, but my mom was like, no, it was a natural gas leak. And my mom was like, yeah, this house blew up because a house blew up recently, not recently, but like within the last couple of years. I think it was during COVID because of a natural gas.
It was actually like crazy how huge that explosion was.
It was.
Yeah, you could hear it for miles.
Oh no, I felt it. I felt
insane.
it from a while, or from a pretty good
Actually,
distance away.
I think we all were on call, and like all
yeah.
of us.
We're like,
all of us
we're like, what the fuck was that? No, it was a huge fucking gas explosion, and
Yeah,
I felt the
it was
shockwave
insane.
coming off the thing. I was like,
Yeah, no,
I heard the sound and I was like, oh, maybe it's like, you know, people shooting guns. But no, it was way more eventful than that. And I figured that out, like, after I felt the shockwave, because I felt the shockwave shortly after I heard it.
in our town, like most
like
towns,
Oppenheimer.
like most towns, ours has like, you know, the gossip area where like if something happens in town, you go to them They fucking know. And so, of course, we checked it, and it was like gas explosion. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Which-
had to go to work.
Remember, kids, if you smell rotten eggs and there's no rotting eggs, call your gas company or call the fire department. I'm pretty sure most areas they do free checks. If you suspect
Also-
a gas leak.
Probably have a carbon monoxide alarm. That's just good advice.
Yeah, that's very good. I thought my work had a carbon monoxide leak at some point. And then
One of my jobs, I smelled the rotten eggs and then I passed out, so I was like, surely this must be connected. No,
and it wasn't apparently.
it wasn't.
I still. You might say it wasn't. I still think it is. I'm on half a heart.
No, because
Wow.
it came back and my manager was like, pour some boiling water in there, it helps with the stank.
Ow!
So he just had me routinely pour hot water down the drain so it wouldn't smell like shit anymore. Didn't help.
So yeah, that is actually a pretty huge thing that all of us experienced, because we have all lived in Indiana, so that was the thing that we all experienced while we were in call. It's actually quite insane, because my sister's manager actually lived in one of the houses on their street, and half their house was blown to bits, and they just so happened to be at work. They were going to call in because they were sick, but they decided not to. And that actually just saved their ass.
Yep.
I love hearing stories like that, like from people who are supposed to go into 9/11 and called off or something, because it's like, if you just decided to go to work that day, you'd be fucked.
Yeah. They knew
Or like
that,
if you decided
clearly.
to stay home.
They knew the future. They knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah. They're
That's
part of
usually
it.
every time, because I work in a mall, right? And we live in the U.S. What happens at malls? Everyone knows.
Self-explanatory.
I'm not gonna say it because YouTube.
Yeah,
obviously.
the only thing that's more dangerous than working at a mall is working at a school.
Yeah, but like, I've had 2 jobs. Okay, movie theater and mall. Both not good for Americans.
Grocery stores.
Grocery stores are not bad,
They're not that
but
bad.
at least you didn't work at a Walmart.
Oh my god.
You'd be changed.
If I worked at
No,
Walmart,
but-
I would off it.
Melon.
Oh fuck.
I think
No.
No,
good.
but every time I like want to call in and I don't call in, which is a lot, I'm a little dramatic. I'm always like, is this the day that I die?
Should I have listened to my tummy?
Yeah, but
I'd
Oh,
rather die
hello,
of
down there.
sickness than by a
Hello.
explosion. Oh,
yes, but money is really nice.
money is
Really like money.
yes. I feel like there's some interesting things in Indiana. Holiday World's pretty sick.
Ooh, I love amusement parks. Don't get me started on amusement parks. I fucking love them. Shout out to any listener who likes Action Park, or not likes, but like has been down that rabbit hole. That's a shit show and a half. The fuck is that?
What?
You have game audio on?
No, I had to keep game audio off because audio listeners.
Okay, for audio listeners, there was just a grumble, and we're playing Minecraft. That's not right.
It might be a mutant zombie.
Hey, watch this.
Oh, that's a fucking horrible idea. So if you know the chance cubes and you know like the crystalline chance cubes, she's trying to open one of those, and we're gonna get our ass fucked. What the hell is
Ooh,
that?
romantic.
Ender porcupine.
Anyway, we should get to things that are podcastable.
Sorry, I really wanted to open it.
But ender porcupines, they're podcasting.
We got NASCAR. I think that's us.
Yeah, no, NASCAR is huge over here.
We got NASCAR.
Well, everybody has NASCAR, but they have the Indy 500, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
You guys
They
have
did
the
that one
Indy.
in Turbo, the snail movie. Inspirational
Yeah.
for all
Oh
young
my
snails.
God, I love that.
Oh, what the?
What, Turbo?
Yeah, I love Turbo.
Okay.
No, I judge you for that.
Um,
I've never met anyone with strong feelings about Turbo before.
I,
So I
That's
just
why
like that exists.
I liked it. It was a good movie.
and I will say, if you guys are like ever traveling from a more western area and going like to the East Coast, or going from East Coast to West Coast, and you're like cutting through things, I would definitely give Indiana a try, because it's not as terrible as I make it to seem, because it actually has quite a few interesting things. It's just that not many people know that Indiana exists.
Where we live, it's just a dead town.
A lot of people are worried about every single thing that surrounds Indiana, pretty much. Because it's like there's Ohio, there's Kentucky,
What's
there's
Kentucky?
Indianapolis, or not Indianapolis.
Indi-
my-
Indianapolis is in Indiana.
Indi-
I hate to
Yeah.
alarm you.
Shut up. Not
No, I just don't
Indianapolis.
mean to
Hey, man,
alarm
if you're
you,
scared
but
of Indy,
Not-
Indy, start running.
Not-
It's close.
not
you said that like Indy's
Indianapolis.
coming closer.
It will.
I meant
Mm-hmm.
Illinois.
Illinois isn't bad.
No, I'm saying like people aren't worried about it as like they're scared of it. I mean, people are more willing to go to those because those are more well known than Indiana. And what's directly above Indiana?
Kansas? No.
No,
Kansas is in the middle of the state.
Chicago,
What
it's
the-
Chicago.
No, that was
Never
correct.
mind.
That was the right answer. You got it. First try.
Is it
Actually,
Golden
like
Star.
Michigan?
Hey, Chicago.
Gold star.
Is it-
Chicago.
Is it like
Well,
No. It might be Michigan.
No, Chicago.
It's up there.
I don't think technically there's something like directly above it, but I think
Well, let's
Michigan
see.
is the closest. I
have-
might be wrong about that. Bro,
Welcome.
fucking quickstand.
don't worry about that. Michigan is above it.
Goodbye for now.
There are witches on bats over here.
Yeah, it's
FYI.
yeah, it was a chance cube. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
everybody's worried about, or everybody wants to go to all those places before they think of Indiana. But Indiana has things that, because it kind of has to have interesting things. Otherwise, Indiana is, well, what it is right now, irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, it has some stuff. It's near all those other things you mentioned. So,
Yeah,
that,
it has that.
all I can think of. It's in between all the cool stuff.
I was gonna say housing is cheap, but it's not even really that cheap in comparison to like
No.
Illinois.
No.
Illinois has like very pretty cheap housing.
Honestly, go to Holiday World, especially if you like theme parks. I think
Oh,
it's pretty good. It's not like it's not Disney level.
no, but
But-
honestly, I think the whole wooden roller coaster game, Holiday World kind of has down. There's nothing there's nothing that is in the wooden roller coaster realm that is at all like.
The Voyage is a high recommend. The Legend, if you don't like harsh roller coasters, like this thing, no matter what age, you will come back. You will come off of that with with your like neck super sore. It thrashes you. But the Voyage is nice. The Raven doesn't really stand out to me very much.
I
But-
recommend the cheetah.
See, I've never been able to go on the actual roller coasters because Rachel is a little baby.
I don't like roller coasters. I like water coasters for some reason.
But the water park, Splash and Safari, really good, really nice. I do suggest.
As I said, I recommend the cheetah.
Another one that's good, Thunderbird. I think, oh god, it was a first of some kind. I think it was the first something roller coaster to go from 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah, Indiana definitely has some very cool stuff. There's this random place that I don't have any correlation to, but if you have a family, this place called Deep Blue is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I would suggest stopping by if you have a family, if you're like going on a trip. Like I said, I have no association in any sort of way to this random
That's so
random
fucking
place.
That's
Uh,
so suspicious.
Yeah. But it's a good place. I'm not gonna tell you how I've went inside. I don't have a family. Don't worry, me and
My
Rachel
little
hasn't.
sister's already-
We haven't been doing
They don't
anything
lock
weird
the
yet.
back doors.
But we've been in the place before, and it is really cool experience.
We took my little sister.
Yeah. There's this other place, Dig and Roll. Don't go there. It's
Oh
dog
my
shit.
God.
I hope you fucking sue me, because I'll win that lawsuit, motherfucker. Fuck you, Dig and Roll.
Damn.
They're so unhealthy.
It is so bad. So, I don't know if I can actually say that, because if they do decide to put a lawsuit on me, I won't win it if I say that. But I tell you what, they don't clean. So the whole entire floor is a ball pit, which is disgusting by itself. And
That's awful.
they clean it only once a week. And
Not
they,
even, like spray disinfectant on it.
I don't even think they do that
Nothing.
now.
Ripped out.
Because like the whole entire floor is one.
Well, anyways, we should go back
Gross.
to the state thing.
To the what?
People who were born in different state, like your.
Oh yeah. We should probably move on. Before I dig myself a fucking hole.
Yeah, that's why I'm stopping you.
Yeah, you should leave that.
I'm not.
afford
No,
a lawyer.
I'm not gonna, because I could fuck right off. You can't sue somebody for saying a place is shitty.
No, I'm if. Okay, yeah.
You can't sue somebody for saying something is unsanitary. But
I'm not saying that part. You do you, babe. It's okay.
I'll edit it.
Rachel knows what's up. There's a tempered blade in here.
yeah.
I can't get into a room. I'm just gonna follow you guys. You have armor.
But I'm guessing that would be all for you, right?
Yeah, I have some stuff about surrounding states. I don't have anything about Indiana.
So, Rachel, Runka Sklunk.
Ranch, Stickle.
Tell us about Kentucky.
Whale.
Kentucky. There's whales?
No way!
Yeah.
You're fucking lying.
You're from Kentucky and you didn't even start with a yeehaw. That's
Where?
Wow.
Oh.
Fake Kentuckian?
I can't
My
believe.
bad. My bad. I was
Is
looking for,
Kentucky
like,
one of those states that are like Kentuckianites?
I mean,
I don't know.
there's one thing I can say about Kentucky. Kentucky is statistically the highest, or has the highest amount of people that are dating California, or dating and marrying Californians. It's-
I would
it's
want to get out
actually
of there
proven.
too.
This is my way
Oh.
out. Uh-oh.
Oh, Kentucky or Cali? Because both are valid.
Either.
Both are valid.
I would just want out.
Kentucky isn't bad depending where you go. I hate Bowling Green. I'll be dead honest. I went to Bowling Green, Kentucky. I wasn't.
Nah,
Bowling,
I keep.
So bad.
I don't think I actually know. Were you born in Riverside? No, that's a part. No, what? Where were you? Where were you born?
Where was I born?
Yeah, what
Where would you
city?
Why do you say it like that? Where were you born?
Where were you born?
I was born in Henderson.
In Henderson?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like the most.
That's why I'm so most like. Indian
Bland
person.
answer I think I could have ever gotten to that question.
So, tell me some about yourself. Oh, boring.
I gotta say, Kentucky, they got some cheap gas. If you're
Oh,
ever
yeah.
traveling through Kentucky, because I gotta travel through Kentucky to get most places where I
'Cause-
want to go.
Elliot's in a
Yeah,
pretty in a slightly uncommon place because Elliot's from Evansville, right?
Yeah.
You can leave
Yeah.
my Henderson alone.
Because Evansville is like not the most common place that you could have.
I think it's a mid city.
Mid.
Damn. Okay, I didn't mean it like that, but okay.
Oh, I have to die
said it.
now.
No.
R.I.P.
Uh, so yeah, anything that you could say other than like the fact that you unironically see like horse trailers all the time over there?
Wow. Also, we have a pretty good, like in Kentucky, there is a pretty good comic. Oh. How dare you? Stop. We do have a really good anime convention, which those who haven't been, it's called OMGCon. It's actually pretty good. I would recommend for people who are like new to conventions and want to try it out.
I fucking hate OMG Con.
Okay, I wasn't telling you.
Okay. I'm just putting my 2 cents into that.
Well, you can keep your 2 cents to yourself.
Well,
Damn.
this
Girls are
is
funny.
going downhill again.
Yeah, you're interrupting me.
Welcome back. Fuck you. It's pretty much this whole entire podcast.
Keep interrupting. So, but Owensboro is nice. It's really pretty.
It is.
It's small, but it's very very nice.
Where the hell do you keep going?
And then
Fucking Slender Man.
Oh, when I was younger.
I got caught. I got
I
caught by
was,
sirens.
Oh.
I almost got Control Alt deleted because there was a really bad tornado, and we lived in a trailer home, and well, we lived near a trailer home. I think we were in a trailer home, but there was a really bad tornado, and it destroyed the trailer home next to us, or the trailer park. So it was like 2 or 1 at the time.
Imagine almost getting got then.
I know. Also, being born in Kentucky, you also become a horse girl. I really loved horses.
Become one? You were
Yeah.
born to one.
Yeah.
It's in your blood. Your Kentuckian at blood.
I loved horses. They were my favorite animals. Now, I wasn't weird and didn't do what most people do now, where they go on all fours.
Oh.
I was, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
mean,
do
you
that.
just did that for unrelated.
No. I was more like, I loved horses. I wanted to be a cowgirl, but we never had the money. My
That's-
Nana
that's
always got
an
me
actual- wait, hold
cowgirls.
That's an actual thing you could do. You could become a cowgirl. I mean, of course, I knew
Rich.
that, but like in like this era,
Yes, there
help.
are actual cowgirls and cowboys out there.
My mom
oh
used
wait,
to
yeah,
be
because
a
they
single-hand.
fucking called the cowboys to get a fucking cow off the road. That I think it's absolutely insane that that's an actual job that you can do. Is just
Yeah.
be a cowboy.
Better than a 9-to-5, am I right?
Yeah. I'd rather take care of like animals than having to work with like other than having to work at like a grocery store or like fast food, because then you're actually taking care of the things you actually like. Like, I don't think I've ever met anyone who liked working at fast food.
If you work at fast food, I respect you
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely
I
respect
would
you.
never.
Like, I feel like sometimes you guys cough in our food.
Who? What?
Which is valid. I mean, like, I don't go to a fast food restaurant thinking I'm not gonna get coughed on. So,
No. I mean, when. So I've
pay extra for the cough.
I'm pretty
What?
sure. I'm pretty sure
they're
throughout like.
scamming you.
I'm pretty sure that throughout everybody here, I'm the only person who's actually worked like an actual fast food or fast food job.
Yeah, closest I've been is concessions, and that is not.
Yeah, just a mini.
I hate it.
I worked
Well, you left before we had the oven open.
I worked the worst.
I worked football concessions with ovens.
I worked the worst fast food job you could have ever worked. I worked at McDonald's. I never spent anybody's food. I got paid. I did get paid way too little. I got paid minimum wage. For pulling 3 times the amount of work of people that are fucking twice my age.
They could afford more. They're just a small little locally owned business.
Like, I also respect waiters and waitresses because they get shit on even when like it's not their fault when like a food comes out late. Like, talk about the guy that we had last night. Well, tonight.
It's like literally today. Yeah, it was earlier today.
Yeah. It was like a couple hours ago.
He was
Dinnell. His name was Dinnell, actually.
Was it?
I will never get mad at a server for the kitchen. I know you can't control that kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm aware if you try to control that kitchen, they will spit on you. Kitchen people
They
scare me.
Beat you.
Shout out to kitchen people. You scare me. But I love
David,
you.
you scare me.
I don't do that shit. It's legit. It's just false. I do not spit in people's food. I don't spit on people.
My bad, a dragon launched my shit. I wasn't expecting that.
Anyway, before we get off too far off topic, we could go back to fucking McDonald's job, but
Nasty.
back to your Kentuckianness.
I don't have much to say.
You don't have much to say other than the fact that you almost got got.
I almost got. I was a horse girl. I wanted to be a cowgirl.
That was actually surprisingly. That was surprisingly had a lot less to talk about than.
Well, I wasn't really. I didn't live there for all my life. I only lived there for like 2 years.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's
And I have
fair.
family in there.
Plus, I did talk a lot too about it because we all live in Indiana currently, so we had a lot to say about it.
Doctor.
It's very personal
but-
to us.
Just northern. Shout out to Gary. I fucking hate Gary.
Who? Oh, Indiana. I was like, who the fuck is Gary?
Who the fuck is Gary?
Oh, I will say Santa
Sorry, I
Claus
just-
is really
I-
nice.
I have beef with
What did
Gary.
Gary do?
I got beef with Gary, Indiana. If you're from Gary, Indiana, hit me up. I need someone to stay with while I don't blow up Gary, Indiana in Minecraft.
Hit me up.
Uh-huh.
Hit me up. I hate Gary.
Hit me up. I want to blow up your city. Let me stay there for free,
in
please.
Minecraft. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Listen,
Yeah.
anyone who lives in Gary, Indiana knows that
It deserves it.
hates them. Exactly. They know. They fucking know.
As long as I've been living here, I don't really know almost anything else outside of like.
Wow.
I think the furthest out I know about is probably New Harmony.
New Harmony's really close. Like,
There was a cat
Yeah,
at
that's
New Harmony.
that's the
that's
point.
fun.
Is that the
So-
furthest I know about is New Harmony.
my brain's like 2 hours, super close. It's not close.
It's
I mean, that's
It's
California
Texas.
close.
I mean, yeah. We live in
Uh,
the U.S. This ain't Europe. A 2-hour train ride would take me maybe 2 states away
Oh yeah,
if I'm lucky.
in Europe, a 2 hour drive is like going from fucking Sweden to like a whole different country.
I went to, well, I shouldn't get into this right now. Anyways, next state.
Go ahead, Texas.
I live in a state of denial. It's the only state I've ever lived in.
Fine, I'll
And
talk
also-
about Texas.
No, fuck it. Listen, I'm from the Lone Star State. Yee yee. And we do lots of things. Like war crimes. Only against minorities. Promise. We have guns,
It's
but that's
funny
kind of
because
all
you
of
guys have a
America.
surprising amount of minorities if it's only against minorities.
Yeah, we do have a lot over there. I said we. I've lived in Indiana more than I've lived in Texas,
Well,
but I
I mean,
refuse
here's
to identify
the
as a
thing.
fucking Hoosier.
Here's the thing: is all of us have lived mostly in Indiana.
Not me.
Wait, what do you
Oh.
mean? Not you.
Well,
You've only
you sure?
lived in Indiana.
you promise? I feel like you're tugging on my leg bone.
Your leg bone.
That's actually her
Yeah.
twin this whole time. Who we've been talking to on Discord is a completely different person.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
That would be alarming to me because I
Right
live with him.
Nuh-uh.
No, oh, sorry. Was that hidden lore? The keep under the books.
No,
you
you
can't
live
know
with
about
my
that.
twin, obviously.
Oh, right.
I'm
Should
not
I let
the
them know
Indiana-
about you? Do they know about you?
Hey, don't be a narc, okay?
Okay. Okay. I won't
Zip
knock
it.
here when you. We should get you to a doctor, please. Okay.
Alright,
Or not. We can wait.
go ahead, Texas.
I don't really remember a lot from Texas. I'll tell you what. I remember.
Yeah.
I'll tell
I
you
like
what.
how I like how you have to keep that accent too.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what. God damn it. The food was really good. Coming from Texas and then coming down here, the food was so upsetting.
Oh yeah.
It's not
dude,
that it's
this
bad.
is-
It's just Texas is great food from everywhere.
This is the stuff I actually, because like realistically, there is probably a few things that you could talk about, but I was thinking like you guys could get into like food differences because like each state all has its own food difference. Like some of them are more minute. Like Indiana's pretty boring and it has a lot of things that a lot of other things has, but it has some things that are fresh to Indiana.
I think for just USA, the bigger the city is, the better chance of better food. Just because, I don't know, more people come together, try new foods together. There's more options to come together.
That I would say that's true if it weren't for the fact that that's completely false when you go to the West Coast.
I've never been over there, so I couldn't tell you.
But yeah, good food. Like what type of food? What does your state specialize in? What they put all their perk points into?
I think mine was like, I don't know.
Fried chicken.
No. I think ours was like, actually, you know what? It might be fried food.
She tried arguing against it.
It is fried food.
I mean, it is Kentucky Fried Chicken, so...
Yeah, that's
Fried
the
food is
reason
good.
why I said fried chicken.
See, I love KFC. Speaking of,
I always thought that Texas was like more of a barbecue type deal.
oh, for sure. that was also disappointing when I came up here and I couldn't find a good barbecue because my uncles, like just everyone, it's just a dad thing, I think, because my dad did it, and my uncles did it, my grandpa would do like 12-hour brisket, slow roast things. And you come in,
I've
it
never
was, it
had.
was an ordeal.
I have never had brisket in my life, and I want brisket.
What is
Life
brisket?
changing. It's beef. It's like,
I
Thank
love
you.
beef.
it's kind of like beef tits. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
But
it's like
I love those
chicken. It's
titties.
like
good.
I
chicken
love beef
breast.
and I
but-
love titties.
Kind of. I don't know how to describe it. I honestly didn't know where it was until I saw a sign in a grocery store. I was like, oh no way.
On my way.
The
Good,
only
really?
reason I want to try brisket is because of Young Sheldon, the series. Because it
Yeah.
has become a trend on TikTok currently of the audio of Sheldon's dad making apparently a secret brisket recipe from Sheldon's grandma, and him just going, "Connie, you evil bitch!" And I
think
want to try
stop
brisket.
a part
so
of that.
bad.
I think the reason he's so angry is because he's been trying to give her that he's been trying to get that recipe for years, and she was finally like, okay, I'll give it to you. And then he did like a 10-hour roast on this brisket, and it wasn't the right one. For however long it takes. Brisket takes a while if you want it to get good. Josh's barbecue gotta take a minute.
Well, I mean that did speed up a good conversation. I also heard that you guys have very good, like maybe not California level, but very good Mexican food.
Oh yeah, we're like, at least where I was from, like food trucks, like street tacos, incredible, wonderful, life-changing. And like just the restaurants, because I lived around like a huge Hispanic population, like most of my friends growing up and things like that. And you know, again, coming up here after that,
Now you just have
so
one.
sad.
Now you just have one dipshit partial Hispanic friend.
Good enough, you're all I got now. But yeah.
I went to I went to Austin a lot as a kid because I had family in Austin.
I feel like
And there's-
Austin's like the least Texas
Oh, it is.
city.
It definitely is. But like,
I mean, you could also say Dallas. That's
No,
pretty
I-
un-Texan.
I think Dallas is more Texan.
You know, I've never been to Dallas. I won't judge them yet.
I think I've only stayed in Dallas for like a collective 2 hours, maybe. Because I would travel through Dallas to get to Austin. And Austin's really the only city that I like will stay in. Aside from San Antonio, I did go to San Antonio. That was very fun. I don't remember much. I do remember some sort of like river going through it, and I thought that was very cool because there was cafes and you could sit along the river, and I thought that was pretty neat. But I was also, a small child.
You can sit along any river if you're not a coward.
Well, I am a coward, so what about that?
Ooh,
Don't
16
sit by rivers then.
attack
I usually
damage. Holy
don't.
shit.
Rip.
No, that's how much. That's a weapon I got.
Oh. Yay!
The troll's tree trunk.
Oh.
Anyway,
Um,
is that all about Texas?
No. There's a good breakfast burrito place in Austin. It's really yummy. I forgot the name of it, but it was really good. One thing I gotta say, if you're ever traveling through Texas, I don't know if Buc-ee's is just Texas or if it's other
Oh, it's
places.
definitely other places.
Alright.
There's plenty of Buc-ee's.
Well, if you ever go into Buc-ee's, do not get the, I think it's egg and sausage breakfast
Oh my gosh,
burrito.
don't do it.
Especially if you're going to be on the road for a couple hours. You will not have fun, and neither will anyone in that car. And you do not want to have the windows down going 80 miles on a freeway. Don't fucking do it. It ain't worth it,
I feel
champs.
like this is something you experience.
It was. And it was horrific.
Texas
I found a
is
griffin.
definitely a place that's on my list of places to visit.
I would. Ooh.
Like, I don't know if I would like ever go to like vacation there. I think it's like more of a, oh, I want to go visit this for a little bit. That'd be cool.
Yeah. See, I always have like the nostalgia of growing up. I didn't see a lot of the bad parts. So now when I go back, I'm like, ugh, fuck, I've always been like this.
Yeah.
Shit,
But-
that's where I'm from.
Yeah,
I grew up like this. That explains some things.
Spooky.
I mean, one thing, I don't know if it's a southern thing or a Texas thing, kolaches, banging. They're like, you get them, like, all donut stores, all reputable donut stores
Oh, the good
have,
one.
they're pretty much just like breakfast pigs in a blanket, but they like mess them up. They'll do like, what is it? The Mexican sausage, I forget. But
Uh-oh.
they'll just like change it up and add like, oh, this one is this fancy cheese, this one's a Mexican cheese, and this thing this, and it's just like customizable, and you can just get like a warm pig in a blanket for breakfast, just driving. It's sick. I miss
I
those.
really want pigs in a blanket
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
That might be what I was talking about
When?
earlier when I was like, I had a breakfast burrito. And it was so fucking good.
I don't know if
I
that's
think
a
you would know if it was a
burrito.
kolache or a breakfast burrito.
I don't know because well,
Kolache is still kind of pig in a blanket size. It's a bit bigger, but it's not burrito size.
it wasn't like a big burrito. It was
It's
like
not a glizzy.
it was a small burrito, but like my aunt was the one who got it, and she went to like a donut shop, and I thought she went to another shop to get the breakfast burrito, and she said it was a breakfast burrito, and I would
Burrito.
assume she would know the difference. So
You really have that faith in your aunt?
I mean, she's lived in Austin for a while. She actually doesn't anymore. She currently lives in a van. She's just going. She's seeing the US.
See, my dad lives in a car, but that's different.
I have the pig of destiny. Oh.
Oh.
I
That's what you get.
had the pig of destiny.
So, yeah, that is definitely, or that was definitely, that was a good talk. I think that was definitely the best of the three so far.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm so interested.
Here's where things start getting a little bit interesting because there's only one person who can speak on experience of this, and I have quite a few things to say. I do believe. I am from the stray of the bunch. I'm the city boy of the group because I am from.
Yay!
Yeah,
Get back to
get out
your
here.
city, country folk. Yeah, you don't know what it's like in the country.
I am from California. I am
Land
from
of the.
specifically Bakersfield, California.
Get out of here.
Actually, don't boo. I think they'll send me death threats.
Yeah, it has one of the highest domestic abuse rates in the United States of America.
Weird flex, but okay.
So obviously I don't have too horribly much to say about specifically Cali, but the West Coast in general. But I do have a few experiences from California. I only lived there for 1 year of my life. I was born there, lived 1 year, and we moved to Oregon. Very nice place. But I do have a lot of things to say about what I know about the place for sure, and what my dad has spoken of. All those horror stories you hear about California are sadly mostly true. If you don't live in the good parts of Cali, you're pretty fucked. It there is a lot of gang activity there. My dad's talked about casually walking to school during like shootouts and shit, not caring, so long as it wasn't within like a certain vicinity. And I just think that is absolutely fucking bug wild to think about. Because I hear gunshots like over here in Indiana, I'm like, well, I should probably not go outside. And my dad was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go walk to school in this. This is fine.
Listen,
No, it's chill.
it's cause Hoosiers are bad shots. Don't shoot me for that, but they are.
They can't.
Yeah, no, they can't.
They're like stormtroopers.
Honestly, though, that is probably a little bit more scary if people are bad shots. Because honestly,
Exactly.
the most scary part of shootouts, especially in California, isn't who they're aiming for. Because so long as you're not associated in any sort of family that has a gang member in it, or so long as you are not a gang member yourself, you're not normally their target. You have to worry about the stray bullets. Those are the things you're scared of. Because, unfortunately, they really don't care about who they're aiming at. They just care about the person being in the general sights of where they're shooting.
Yeah.
That is pretty insane.
Wrong place, wrong time. It's a quick way to die.
Oh my god. Oh, God, don't do that, please. Me. I have went to visit it every now and again. I didn't live too far from Cali. It was a simple, like, 1 hour, 2 hour drive. I didn't constantly go over there, just because we didn't really need to, but I once had a field trip to go see the redwood trees out there in Cali and in Oregon.
Were they red? Were they trees?
They.
Be honest.
It's funny because they're more of a pink than a red,
Oh,
and their bark
Maybe
is like
trees.
more of like a brownish pinkish color. At least from what my young brain memory has remembered it as. What I do remember vividly is it doesn't matter what height you are, those trees are fucking huge. And it'll make you honestly realize just like how little difference there is between somebody who is like 6 foot and 4 foot. Because like no matter what height you are, you're gonna look at those trees the same way.
yeah.
Biggins.
Those
That's
things
one of
are
those
those things
things-
are no joke, and honestly, it is definitely something that if you're going to the West Coast, go just suck it in for a little bit, and it'll be a memory you will remember for the rest of your life.
Did you really have to phrase
Even
it?
if you got dementia.
Dementia, yeah, even if you have dementia. Sorry, what was that?
Did you really have to be like, suck it in?
yeah, suck it in. No,
Slurp it
Like-
up.
like
Guzzle it
definitely.
down.
What I mean by that is if you're going to go visit the redwood trees, like, don't just go like go there and go like, oh yeah, that's cool. All right, let me leave now. No, stay there for a little bit. You know,
Have a picnic.
live it up. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know if you can have a picnic.
I'm not sure if you can have a picnic there.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
Climb a
might
tree.
consider that as
Become a
like
squirrel.
loitering or something, but.
What, the trees?
Yeah.
What kind of
But
Dr.
it
Seuss
is-
bullshit?
It is actually like genuinely a very beautiful sight to see. I also went to a zoo there. It was nothing special. It's just a zoo. All zoos are kind of the same, to be
Except for the one in
honest.
St. Louis.
Huh?
except for the one in St. Louis.
I don't fucking know.
I like
We should all go to a zoo together.
We should go to a zoo. Should we?
Mhm.
Should I vlog a zoo experience with my homies?
I don't know. I like zoos. I want to go feed. No, I don't want to feed a giraffe because they might lick me, and I can't handle that.
I
I've fed a giraffe before.
Are they lickers? Do they give you a lot of tongue? Be honest.
They usually go for like the lettuce. Do you want them to lick you?
I'm trying to gauge if I'm gonna be in danger. Or
no,
not.
I've
If it
had
hits me, I
a-
think I'll have a meltdown.
I've had a weird experience where a giraffe has just decided to go up to me and just kind of lick my hand, and I didn't. I both disliked it, but I was a little kid, so I was like, keep doing it. It's cool. Well, this is a cool experience. No, it's not. It's fucking disgusting. I'm gonna more speak now on the West Coast because I don't need to even speak on my state. I can speak about the West Coast, and it'll be something that's completely different from something or things that these other people here in this podcast have experienced, because the West Coast is very much different. Texas a little bit less so. Texas is actually very alike with California. Scarily alike. A lot of dry heat. 100+ degree weather. Summer times. Even spring sometimes. But I think like the biggest thing probably is the dry heat. If you've only ever been like East Coast / Central USA, then you wouldn't really know what it's like to have dry heat. But dry heat feels so much better.
I would,
Oh, for sure.
I
Like
would give up any
moist heat.
for dry heat.
Dry heat is wonderful.
Kind of cleanses your soul a bit.
Now, is it not dangerous? No, absolutely no. It's not dangerous. It's in. Sorry, but let me phrase that better.
Absolutely
More
not
English.
dangerous, or it absolutely is not dangerous.
It can be very dangerous still. In fact, arguably dry heat can be more dangerous than humid heat.
I think for sure it is. I
But
don't think there's an argument.
the feeling of it is so nice. It doesn't feel nearly as hot. Because I've lived through like 100, or I've went outside during 120 degree weather out in Oregon, and it didn't feel great, but it doesn't even feel close to as miserable as 90 degree weather with humidity.
Yeah, it's icky. I hate humidity so much.
It's moist and it gets like sticky. You try to
Name of my
open.
band? Moist and
try-
Sticky?
Don't threaten me.
You okay. You try to open like a window up and the moistness comes in. The stickiness comes in.
This is making me genuinely gag.
You like
Yeah.
my wording for it? Moist.
No, I did not.
And sticky. No, it's not really that moist. It's just, what the fuck? What does that mean?
Oh. Oh.
Uh,
Oh no.
but it's more so sticky.
Yeah, it is. If you've never experienced it, count your fucking days.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm coming for
you're,
you.
You're so lucky if you haven't experienced humidity. There is
Slaughtered 60 horses.
there
not
is
my.
on the way from Oregon over to here to Indiana. I've we were driving the whole time. It was a 2-month drive, and it normally isn't a 2-month drive. We just got lost a lot.
Damn.
Like, we actually somehow managed to make so many circles that we managed to hit Idaho 3 times in a row.
Like, leave and come back to Idaho immediately.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One day, the first day, we're like, yeah, we made it to our first state other than Oregon. We made it to Idaho, hooray! And then we got out of Idaho to I think it was Montana for just a little bit. And we got a hotel there. We spent the night there. We woke up the next morning. We started driving where we thought was the right way because my dad had an old phone, so he didn't have GPS at the time. I think he had the Galaxy S2.
Twinsies. Not twinsies. I had like the S5. Nope, 3.
Bougie.
I don't remember what it was. It didn't work. I couldn't make calls or anything on it. I used it for YouTube. Mostly.
What?
Oh?
Wattpad.
Wattpad? What the fuck is a Wattpad?
Actually, with that
Nothing.
phone, no.
I mean, I guess Wattpad doesn't sound as bad as Wattpad? I don't.
The girls who get it,
Okay.
girls who don't.
Oh, I'm not a girl. Anyway, but we started driving again, and we seen the Welcome to Idaho again, and we're like, oh, that's how did we manage to do that? So we instantly turned around after a little bit of driving. We see a sign again, and we're like, oh, is that the next place? And believe it or not, it says Welcome to Idaho again.
I mean, you got the back roads.
And we're like, what the fuck is going on? So that was fun.
See, after like the second or third time, I would just give up and stay in Idaho.
We live in Idaho now.
We
Hey,
live in
piss off.
Idaho.
You're not allowed in here.
But we
The fuck? Magical bitch.
we eventually started going towards Indiana. I think we're like at Indianapolis, maybe.
Hey!
I don't know. I don't know what we hit up on the way. I think it was actually Missouri. And since I've never experienced dry or anything but the dry heat, like I didn't even know that there was that humidity like even existed. I only knew dry heat. I thought that was the only thing that existed. And then I looked over at my little sister, and she had sweat dripping down her face. Like, of course I knew what sweat was, but we've never had it that bad to where we had sweat dripping down our face. But she was sleeping, and there was sweat dripping down her face. And I actually legit went to my dad. I was like, Dad, there's water coming out of her face.
Fix it. She's broken.
My dad's like, oh yeah, it's just sweat because of the humidity over here. I was like, what's humidity? And he's like, it's something that you're gonna experience a lot over here, son. And I was like, oh.
Hell,
okay.
welcome to hell.
So yeah,
That'd probably be traumatic for me.
it was very concerning for me at the time. I didn't know what was happening. I thought she was dying.
Yeah, no, as a kid. Oh, I have something to speak about that. It wasn't about heat, but
Was it about you drinking a fucking? I'll let you tell that story.
okay. So when I was younger, on 4th of July, I was given a what are those glow wrist?
The glow stick.
Yeah,
It's a
glow stick. I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but I was given a glow stick, like the one that go on your wrist, and I was a chewer. I chew on a lot of things. I think it was an ADHD thing, but I chewed on like a lot of things. And I chewed on it, and little me didn't think that, oh hey, if I chew on this, the juice would get like explode. I chewed on it, and it exploded in my mouth. And I accidentally drunk it too. So I was like, oh, Ma! Like I called for my mom, and my mom's like, "What you do?" I was like, "What you do this time?" I was like, so you know that glow thing? And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I drunk it." And my dad is like, "What you do?" I was like, "I drunk it." And so they called poison control, and my older sister was like, they told my older sister what happened, and she was like, "Oh, she's gonna die!" And she was like hugging me and like holding me.
Saying her goodbyes.
Yeah. She was like, "I'll let you sleep with me because it might be your last night." I was like, "Oh." And then my parents called them and they're like, "Oh, she's fine. Make her drink milk. She'll be okay." And
Yeah, your sister's like, oh god, I thought you were dying, get away from me.
That's exactly what she did.
She pushed me off the bed. Like she was cradling.
Oh, you're not dying? Shove.
And she was like cradling me. And she
Are
was,
you
like,
sure about that?
crying, and we were watching YouTube, and my parents were like that, and she shoved me off.
She's like, oh thank god, I'm tired of faking it.
It's not the time like she she pushed our little sister off the couch. Like she was holding her and she was like 2, and she was just watching something and a spider was crawling across. And so she just shoved our little sister off her. And started screaming. My parents thought she was dying.
That's a great
I'm
story.
not saying valid. However, I am saying valid.
I love my older sister.
So, I don't know why I was really tempted to ask this question, but how does it feel having a brother?
I guess. No. Lexi can also speak to this.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I like my brother. I don't dislike my brother.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having someone that always was there to bully you, not protect you, god no, to bully you. He punched me in the nose once and got mad at me for moving. So he was like, I was just gonna pretend to punch you. He's like, but you flinched, so I punched you in your nose and almost broke it. I was like, okay.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Was that my fault?
I mean, mine was sort of the same, just like less aggressive, more like, you get away from me. And now it's like having a man-child in my basement who I don't fucking know what he's doing. He once like left to go hang out with friends, and I got a text at 3 a.m. Hey, I'm in the hospital. One of my friends like set fire to his shirt. It's like, okay, interesting.
Like,
Wow.
okay. Could be worse. Could be him.
Shoot, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't like the friend, so like I didn't really care because he was okay. And also,
Quietly,
that
you're like,
man was part of-
yes.
that man was part of the military. He should fucking know better than to set his goddamn shirt on fire. But he doesn't.
Wait, he was
This
a
man
part
is
of the
trusted
military?
with firearms. Yes,
Not the brother.
with his friends.
Oh,
Not my
I thought you were talking about your brother. I was like, there's no way. I seen that guy. That guy does not seem like he has military experience.
Nah. He did, however, work in California. That's pretty cool. Wow.
Wow.
Kind of like the military, except not at all. They actually don't have a military in California.
From
Oh.
Yeah,
You know that?
totally. Yeah. My dad was not a part of the Californian military.
You have a dad?
He was in
Oh my god.
Uh,
Don't die.
uh, yes. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You got it.
Yeah, now I do got it. I got this. So how long are we
You can
hoping
do
on
it.
how long are we actually hoping this podcast to be?
I don't know. Just
I don't know, man. It's your
Realistically,
podcast.
realistically, even though I've already done an hour, like I could go for another hour. To be honest, there's a lot of things I could talk about. Like there's a lot of things that I already like kind of branched off in my head that I want to go back to. A few like things that branch off. Because I'm that type of person where one person's talking about one thing, I have something that's kind of related, but almost like not related at all. Like when you were talking about how your brother was talking about somebody catching their shirt on fire, I was wondering, or I was like, huh, did I ever tell this story on my first experience getting well, not a high, but like a secondhand high, like on podcast form? And I don't remember if I did. I feel like I did.
I feel like you did too.
Because I think, I remember talking about, I'm gonna call him
Robert.
Robert. Robert, my friend, how he smoked a lot of weed there.
Yeah,
And I went to go hang out with him for one day. This happened only one time.
Hey,
I mean, I think what I think it'll happen is next time we do a podcast, or I could go check back, see if I ever told anybody about it, or the podcast about it, and if I haven't, then I'll go back to it on a different podcast. But is there any like fast food places that you think are not well known by like anybody else in the group that you're like so I don't know how to say that that you're faithful to?
Chick-fil-A.
That's not.
That is
That is
No one's heard of this before.
No.
It's kind of pretty underground.
yeah, it's pretty underground. Yeah, this
I
Chick-fil-A
don't know.
thing.
I just like Chick-fil-A. That's probably why. Oh my.
Well, it
God.
doesn't have to be like underground. It just has to be like not very known by like the rest of our friend group. Cause I'm about to talk about a very, very big fast food chain that none of you guys know anything about. Like Elliot, you've talked about this place in Texas that you get jerky.
Robertson's. It's between Austin and Dallas. And a lot of store-bought beef jerky is like soft, and I hate the soft jerky. I think it's weird, and it's icky, and I don't like it. This stuff, you feel like a rabid dog ripping into something, and it's
Flash
great
pause.
It's like
because I love feeling like a rabid dog ripping into something.
I've always thought about like more tough things like that. I've always thought about it like the thought of biting into leather.
Yeah.
Like not like obviously like leather's too tough, but like I'm not sure if this is just me, but as a kid I've always like I've always thought that the texture of leather would be like very tough, but also something that I could probably bite through. And
I don't know. It
super
depends how
tough,
strong your teeth is, I guess.
super tough jerky. I've always thought to be that one, or the what I feel like leather would have been.
Yeah, and I mean, this jerky not for everyone. I think most of this friend group does not enjoy it because I have offered it,
I like it.
but like this shit, and it could be just like the fact that I grew up with it being like a delicacy because we'd only get it when we went to Texas. Um, so it could be that where it's like, oh, like you only get this every so often, so like now that I'm
Special.
I could,
Yeah, I could see that.
can buy it more, but I mean, I like it.
It's
There's
like,
not really any like fast food restaurants that
well, I
have
mean, restaurants, fast foods restaurants, like anything that can serve food. It could even be like a gas station, like like
this thing's more
Buc-ee's.
of like this thing's like not really any of those. It's like a roadside convenience shop,
So
like a
then,
gas station without the gas.
okay, I could see that. Um, for me, like I said, it's a pretty big fast food chain, and I'm pretty sure most people have at least heard of it. But nobody in the friend group really knows too much about it. Called Del Taco. Yeah, Free Shabakadu, that's where that came from.
Nope.
But I, I, it's funny because I've only ever like eaten I think 2 things ever there, but those were the best 2 things to exist. So back when I lived in Oregon, I ate a lot of Del Taco, because it was as cheap as, actually at the time it was cheaper than Taco Bell, which is surprising. Especially now knowing that Taco Bell is like the cheapest thing. It used to be what's it called? Ow.
Yeah.
It used to be McDonald's, but McDonald's fucked themselves over, so.
Holy
But
shit.
they had these $1 half-pound burritos.
Damn.
And like these burritos, like they of course had like rice and beans and stuff like that, but for the most part, most of that half pound was beef, was the meat, the best part of it. The meat and the cheese was the two main parts of it, and it used like a huge tortilla, or a pretty large tortilla, and it was just packed with this meat, and you get it for $1, and you could either get the red one or the green one. The green one was for people who could take any bit of spice, and I think it used like a jalapeno, like a jalapeno dip type thing, or jalapeno sauce. And the red was for the little baby bitch pussies. AKA, I'm not gonna say that, I'm gonna get kicked out of the house.
I told you I made a makeshift bed in my car. I was like, there tonight.
But
Girls are
but
funny.
they were so good. That's the only thing I gotta say about it. But God,
One time in Texas, I saw this thing and it was like make your own burrito. And since I was just like a little kid, I couldn't eat a lot. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And my sister got a make your own salad. And she used to eat like so much, like it was her favorite thing to do. Um, so I ordered my little burrito, or so I thought, and I added my stuff. That shit was big as my arm, both my arms. It was huge. Like I ate most of it, and my sister's burrito came out. My food-loving sister's burrito, and it was so small. It was barely the size of like a cup. It was. She was so sad, and I'm like, oh, that's so sad, but I'm not giving you my burrito.
I made this for me.
No, I actually think I did offer it, but she didn't take it.
Honestly, I this makes me really badly want to take trips like these different states. Like with friends. Like we all just need to have a set amount of like days, or like if we're gonna take a vacation, we should all pitch into like a vacation to one area that we all at least could somewhat agree on.
Not in the next like year or two, unless someone gets rich. Cause I'm out here struggling.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But I would love to
If y'all get
live.
rich, yeah, let me live in your attic as a little rat, just skitter around and give you art.
Actually,
No, I call dibs on attic.
if
Give me
anybody
basement.
if anybody decides to like move out of that house and you guys decide to live with us, they'll count you guys in as an adult, and even if you guys aren't working, then it counts towards the paycheck, meaning that if there's somebody who's like literally not working as an adult that's living with us, then we can actually that could actually like drop down our rent by quite a bit.
Hell yeah.
So you're saying there's benefits to me being a bum?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know
There's
what my
benefits.
calling is.
Finally, a job for me.
But yeah, that's definitely something that we've gotta do sometime or some year. Just have a time where we all save up. Now I'm not sure if I would like. I don't know how we would figure out which place we'd want to go. Like obviously it'd have to either be East or West Coast, because why would we be taking fucking vacation for something that we could just drive a couple hours to? But I'm thinking maybe, because you guys have never went to the West Coast. I've at least went to the East Coast once, I can now say. So I've experienced everything. Well, I have not experienced everything. I have experienced.
Nope, you've experienced everything.
I have
You're
experienced
done.
the West Coast to the East Coast. Ew, there's sandworm after me. So I've experienced enough. You guys though, didn't you guys all say that you've never went to the West Coast?
I have not.
The farthest
Maybe
I've
I'm just
been
forgetting.
is West Texas.
Because I would love to I would love to be able to bring you guys out to Oregon or Washington. I've never went to Washington before.
Washington, D.C.
I go to
No, not Washington D.C.
Oh, I was thinking of Washington.
Washington.
D.C.
Washington State.
I want to live in Washington State, but Lexi said no. I don't want to live that far away from my family.
You would.
Sorry.
It's a decent place, but there's certain places that you've just gotta steer clear from. Also, I found a place where we previously killed a dragon. If you.
That's how pretty it is.
I think it's a mixture of a desert and a.
You think?
Well, yeah, okay. I know it's a mixture of a desert, but it's also shrubland, which is a flat area.
I don't know if the earthworms would be good.
We could keep it more towards the shrub area.
Yeah.
But
I'd also want to get rid of this fucking island.
I'm thinking Oregon would be a good one.
If we do,
because oh my god, it's so beautiful in West Coast.
depending on how long the trip is, we can do all 3 states on the West Coast.
I don't want to do Cali.
That's fair.
Honestly, because Cali's expensive, and honestly, controversial, controversial topic.
You controversial? No.
I think California just isn't worth visiting.
I think it is once.
I'm gonna SWAT your house now.
I feel like at one point it was worth visiting. There's definitely a lot of.
I think it also depends what you're into.
There's a lot of cool things there, like family-owned businesses over there. A lot of the time go wild, but that's because that's how they have to compete. They have to be as out there as possible.
I wouldn't.
So that's pretty cool. Is that the family businesses are fucking insanely cool. Normally very different, but
I wouldn't mind visiting Knott's Berry Farm. I hear it's amazing.
From what your brother said, is that the mountains seem wonderful.
Mountains are gorgeous, but I mean, he worked at Pally. He no longer works for Pally. Just didn't want to anymore. Kids are annoying. And I don't know how much of the mountain you can go on without needing like some sort of like guide or permission to get on the premise. But if you can get to Cali Mountain, pretty good. Yeah, but I do want to go to Knott's Berry Farm because I hear it's great. I really like theme parks.
I think an interesting one would be, or an interesting choice would be, not completely. This is not completely West Coast, but I'm thinking Washington, Oregon, Montana, maybe.
Hey, Montana, where Hank Green lives.
Why would I know where Hank Green lives?
What the?
Because he says it all the time.
You
Because-
listen to Hank Green in his house in Montana, you freak.
John Green either lives in Indianapolis or visits Indianapolis a lot because I know John Green is constantly like, Indianapolis is beautiful. You get a chance to visit Indianapolis. He is their #1 supporter. I can almost guarantee that.
I've never actually been. I don't think I've actually ever been to Indianapolis.
It's not bad.
Because as
That's
far as I hear, whenever people, or the few people that know any city in Indiana or Indiana, they always say it's Indianapolis.
Yes. It is
The
our
funniest thing is right next to Indianapolis is like Mount Carmel or Carmel, Indiana. That is the land of the roundabouts.
Oh my god.
There's more roundabouts than people. And if you do not know how to navigate a roundabout like my sister, I wouldn't recommend going. No one told her about roundabouts, apparently. I didn't know it was something she had to be told about. but she had one for her exam, like driver's license exam. And she just kept going around in circles because she didn't know what to do.
My driver's test was literally the easiest thing ever. Like the only hard part was understanding where they were trying to get me to turn, because it wasn't like, hey, turn on this specific street, or like, hey, take your next like right or something. They were like, take this turn, and then they just pointed.
You're not supposed to turn when you're look when you're driving. My mouse is dying now.
Although I had a very nice instructor, she was very sweet. And I'm glad I had her instead of the grumpy old lady that was next to her. Sorry, BMV lady, but you were scary.
Sorry, Barbara.
All right. Well, I mean, that's an interesting thing to end this on, but we should probably end it, especially since it's like 11:30.
Remember, kids, get carbon monoxide detectors. It'll save your life.
Get carbon monoxide poisoning.
I thought you were gonna say that.
It'll save your life.
Don't.
It'll save your life.
I mean, if you really want to, I can't stop you, but like I wouldn't recommend it.
Do it. No, cut that out. Don't cut it out. Do it.
I'm not.
I
Don't.
found a stronghold.
Don't get carbon monoxide poisoning. Stay safe.
Oh.
Don't do drugs.
I mean, if you want it.
My game crashed. Don't have sex with your cousins. Bye bye.
Oh.